Hey there guys, welcome to this tutorial first of all, and what we're going to be doing in this tutorial is playing around with more transform options such as flipping, rotating and all that good stuff. So as you can see, what object we're going to be focusing on right now is going to be this smiley face we have right here. It might be a different shape from you, it might not be the exact same shape. We're going to be going ahead and making a layer for that specific object so we can play around with that specific object. You can actually go right here and kind of make a like editing it from right here, so I can actually go ahead and select the magic wand, and Control T transform, or select and transform, and edit it from right here. And I can actually edit it right here, but it's not. It would be better if I right click and layer via cut, and I have right here what shape I have. I'm gonna call it um happy face. Alright, that's the layer. And now from here, all I have to do is simply, since that's the only shape or object I have on my layer, I can just do Control T or select and transform once again. Okay, transform selection. I can play around with it since it's the only object on my thing. And as you can see, Photoshop is a pretty nice feature. It tells you by what degree you turned it since the origin, and it keeps that number in storage if you turn it later on and stuff like that. And let's say I want to turn it in 90 degrees. There's two ways to do that. I can right click on it, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, uh, or clockwise, and rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. That's what the CCW stands for, counterclockwise, and CW stands for clockwise, which would be right, and 90 counterclockwise would be left. So I can do that way, or I'm gonna bring up something we've learned before, which is the shift, which is it does it more precisely. So I can do shift, and as you can see, if I take it out to the edges, I can outside of the boundaries, I can hold shift down, and turn it, kind of like crank it, move that edge, and it will give me 90 degrees, 75 degrees, options to change it to all these degrees, intervals, or predefined degrees in which Photoshop comes from. Let's go 190 degrees, and let's do that. Now what we're gonna have left with is that we're gonna have a um you know thing right here where we're gonna have the white background left because we now cut it out from the background, and now we have a happy face, and we didn't make it transparent. We made it white when we were cutting it. I guess that's what Photoshop does automatically, I guess. And happy face, it looks like a happy and sad face now. And then now we have that 180 degrees flip. So that's that. And either way, if you flipped it the other way, it would look the same thing, because obviously 180 degrees doesn't matter from which way you turned it, counterclockwise or clockwise. And that's pretty much this tutorial. I just want to just play around with more things. So just flip it vertically, or that would bring it down to where it was, and flip it horizontally. These are pretty much self-explanatory. And I can scale it, warp it. um, these are some cool things that come with Photoshop. Let's not warp it for now. If you don't wanna do the editing, if you wanna, like, anything you edited from to transform, if you don't want to save that, you want to kind of like discard that temporary editing, you can just click on the cancel right here, and it will bring it back to where you were before. That's that, guys. What we basically did in this tutorial is basically flipped it 180 degrees, and we're gonna be learning more in the tutorials to come. I hope you enjoyed this series so far. Stay tuned and keep watching.